So US UK ramp. This is pretty much the bog standard, I would say, ramp US UK ramp list that's been fairly dominant this last season or so. The main difference is that we're trying this new card carrier cover. Well, not new card, newly buffed card carrier cover. It's down to 3K now. 3K, gain an extra credit slot or send a unit to owner's hand. So basically, it's in the same vein as the 2-2 that some lists were still running, but instead of the body, you get this. You get the utility of having the ability to bounce something back to hand, either to stall and get into the late game, or notably, this says any unit. So we can bounce our own units back to hand. For example, Avengers and B-17s to trigger their effects again against decks, against like mid-range and other ramp decks if the games are going long, to get additional value out of them. But of course, in the early game, we're looking to use it to ramp up into our late game. And that's pretty much that. So we're gonna jump into some games and see how we do. Mitchell potentially pretty good against with carrier cover, yes. Well, what are you running in your list, Devil? Are you just like no war production and just war bonds? Do we want 2 honeys in our opener? I think we want more game. Like, okay, well, there we go. A US resistance deck. So is he running like the bomber with Patton? Like, is that what we're gonna see? Next turn, we could actually 101st Airborne and take the front line, which is nice. It's not sure, it's not a card you want to be top decking, but I need to, like, my thought process was I wanted to be more proactive with my resources in the early game and get up to my late game stuff quicker. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm being overly rampy. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, we get rid of these. Yeah, see, and for me, I think that's almost too much ramp. You could probably try this new carrier cover instead of the 332nd and either cut the war machines or cut the war bonds. If he wants to trade this, I'm fine with that. I think Resistance needs a rework in the sense that it's not a fun mechanic. I don't think it's fun, personally speaking, I don't think it's fun to play with or against, so yeah, personally I would like to see a rework because I'd like to actually play with it. And I find, well, hello there. I guess we do that. Yeah, alternatively, I could do this. take away a credit slot. Yeah, it feels like if your deck wants 332nd, you may as well be running carrier cover. Because the additional utility is just too strong. That's a we can do it. Well, if that doesn't scream air defense, I don't know what does, but I think we're still going to hold it up. Well, it's a new season though, right? So War Machines plus carrier cover might be fine, but we don't know yet, right? Got to play games. I could definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if War Machines are still no need for them, but yeah, just get rid of you. So what was your ramp deck running then if you cut War Machines last season? Like what were you running then? Was it 332nd and War Bonds or just War Bonds? Just War Bonds, okay. Well, I mean, you guys play a lot of ramp, so I guess I'll default to your experience for sure. Oh, you were running patrols and okay. No honeys? No honeys, okay. Alright, fair enough. Guess we'll sweep here and save the high altitude for something bigger. I mean, I guess one of your biggest, like, opponents is other ramp decks that get off of strategic planning or like a Rule Britannia, right? And Honey doesn't buffer that. Although, to be honest, one of the things I was dying, or that I was killing a lot of last season with my Commandos deck was the ramp decks, because they couldn't out-heal the, whatchamacallit, Commonwealth. But maybe that wasn't a common enough matchup that you don't care about Commonwealth decks. And it's not like you were soft in that matchup anyway, right? All right. Unless he has another one of these. This is tough. I kind of want to save this to bounce this back to hand. I also want to play this out to apply pressure. Yeah, true, you have weak conduits. Wow, that's brutal. We need our draw here. But now we're getting to the point in the game where he's probably just going to play Liberty and, like, we can never... Okay, well, that suggests he doesn't have that. Otherwise, he would have played that first. There goes our strat planning, but whatever. Commonwealth ramp. You'll have to share a list. Is it basically UK Commonwealth with? Yeah, where's our special deliveries? Oh, so he actually has a long tom in his deck. He didn't just get that from the Yes, this deck probably could stand to run a third special delivery. Probably for one less war production. Or since you're saying the honeys aren't even like used, maybe that's the cut. Kablam! Blackwatch and M4A1. I like me some M4A1. I hate Blackwatch though. I kind of want to try something. Like I get that it was just recently changed and it was kind of, I guess it was nerfed. All right, I'm getting bored of this game and it's slowly slipping away from us. So let's just move on. Maybe we'll make that one change, though, before we do. Is just... because I do agree that the deck needs more card draw. So maybe we take that out and put in one more special. How many... oh my god. When... special is also a rarity type of card. Oh yeah, A Few Good Men. That's a card I always forget exists too. East Surrey, yep. Only two we can do it? Okay. M4A1. Only two #1 commandos. And you're saying this is fine against aggro. Ah, I see. Yeah. The list you shared with me doesn't have Blackwatch in it, though. Oh, I see. In the notes it says you run Blackwatch over the M4A1. I know we timed out there, but like this hand is pretty good anyway, so. Alright, no more looking at deck lists on stream. It looks interesting. I would use it. I would take a look at it some other time. I'll stick with this list for this stream, and then maybe in the future we play that something closer to that. Man, poor thingy. So probably gonna ramp next turn so that we can carpet bombing the following turn. And just hope that they can't kill us from this position. Well, that's annoying, but it is what it is. We do have we can do it, so. I don't like the change. I don't think it was a necessary nerf. I think the deck got nerfed quite enough. What do I think of blue cheese? Love it. Love it. No, not a fan. I think you can get, I think the best blue cheese dressing, like for wings and shit, involves, whatchamacallit, pretty much just like yogurt or sour cream. Let's just get rid of you. Maybe I'm supposed to take the front line with that. I'm getting distracted because now my tummies are grumbling. I want some blue cheese. Well, I don't want to lose that. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna keep these in hand as like a buffer against this discard effect because I'd rather keep both of these. Why is your aggro deck running? I guess he's like a big burn deck. I don't know. This seems questionable. Well, that's perfect. 50% chance we're happy with the results of this. But it's not the worst if it hits something else. I was wondering about the number of Death from Aboves in my deck. I was thinking it was between, I wanted 2 or 3, but probably not all 3. But this current list is running all 3. Well then. It's fine, I guess we just do this. We're probably just running out the Pershing next turn, right? Or is he running to the last man, you think? Oh, I didn't change the deck. Sorry, Pad CCG. I'm gonna... This is not... That's not the deck we're playing right now. I'll change it after the... after this match. It's a nice pickup. Keeping our honeys alive is appealing. I know they have discard effects, but I think we're gonna run those out so that we can play Pershing and attack with it in the same turn. Or sorry, play it and move it to the front line in the same turn. He actually needs to find an answer for this bomber or he's dead to it. I now realize he's actually pretty low. But I know he's played both Arados, so is he running zeros in his deck? Or maybe Sheeden? He's got Sheeden, okay. Well then, does that do it? This can kill this, and this can kill that. That was a long-ass game. Probably running tokens. Do I want Seaborne Invasion as insurance plan against tokens? It's also not awful against more mid-range build. Or do I want it just like look for actual hard answers? Good questions. 2 into ramp. Can play the Corsair on the next turn. Could also play this now. I don't know that I want to discard my carrier cover necessarily. Kinda wanna play this now. If they want to spend their whole turn dealing damage to this, that's actually pretty good, especially if they don't have a follow-up, like a Bloody Sickle, because now this 101st finishes this off. And I can actually kill this and put this up. Because they obviously don't have Bloody Sickle. If they did, they would have played it. They're playing some sort of air deck, which is neat. So did they get greedy with that bloody sickle, or did they run that off the top? Is an interesting question. Okay, they missed there. So that makes me want to just carpet bombing them and play out the honey, especially now that we have a special delivery in hand. Let's see if we can keep this alive. Because if they didn't have one bloody sickle, yeah, now they're fishing for it. With the strategic planning in hand, maybe I'm just supposed to put bodies on the field. Can actually play this and attack next turn. Alternatively, we could play B-17 and shoot with two of these guys, killing their stuff, depending on what they have. Wow, he had to make room in hand. Yikes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do what I just said. Because then our strategic planning's even better the following turn. And we might actually kill him. I guess he could be running carpet bombing, but if he's running carpet bombing, I mean, he's dead anyway. Probably. Cool. Oh god, I hate this interface bug. Well, I mean, if you have the, you mean if you have the board and you strategic planning? But I mean, you still have to play those out on the board, right? Yeah, unless you're playing all the cards out of hand, I don't know if it counts as a one-turn kill. Like the old Katyusha Patriotic Firestorm decks were like one-turn kills, right? Because they like played a bunch of stuff out from hand and then like killed you out of nowhere. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not really a one-turn kill, I would say then, because you played a bunch of cards over multiple turns. That's just the definition. Do we want to play air defense? Could be good against the potential. Okay, well, whatever. Could be potentially good against an aggro deck, and even if they're not, they might be running Comet, and it's good there. Run this out. Probably ramping next turn. I said ramp, damn you ramp. Although they're a control deck, which is looking like, oh, they're probably discard control, right? With that combination. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Such a boring matchup in my opinion, but what are you gonna do? Wolfpack, probably. And this is where the fun begins. Sure, or that. I wonder if he'll bait this out with a attack from this thing first. Wouldn't be the worst, honestly. That's a card I haven't seen in a hot second. I'll move this up. Apply some pressure. Maybe I'm supposed to kill the other fighter, because the bomber, the B-17 is not getting through anytime soon, but in theory it's 5 damage either way. Why no play Honey? Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, what do we have in hand that he's gonna get rid of? That's unfortunate. Do we just play this out? Let's just attack. He could play Leopold, but if he does, we just B-17 it. That's unfortunate. See ya, Horizon. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the deck idea. It was fun. I know, it's kind of satisfying to top deck kill your opponent who's constantly killing your top decks by making you miss them. I'm hedging that they're playing ramp with those discards. But this is the part where they're going to start playing war productions and other stuff. And then we're real sad. Am I saving these at this point for a long game? I think I want to gain one more. Pass. I think I want to just clean these up right before we can do it, and makes our high altitude bombing better. Spin to win. Well then. I kind of want to save that for our B-17, but a good chance it's just going to get destroyed. Guess depends. Hmm. 50-50. Oh well. Now we can gain 3, draw 3. We might use the carrier cover just to stall him out if he plays like another one of those things. He's using a carpet bombing just on 1 honey. I'm gonna count that as a win for us. I'm gonna save this now though, because we have Avenger, so I don't want to play this. I also don't want to play this out because he plays an Avenger and then we can't respond to it. Oh, damn it. Pad, I totally told you I would change the deck and I didn't. Remind me. Ladies and gentlemen, don't make me forget to not change that deck command. Yeah, the honey killed the carpet bombing for sure. Wonder if he'll play into that. Beautiful. Another carrier cover. That is a little awkward. It's fine, we'll just pass. I could Pershing this, but then what? I mean, it doesn't really do anything. At least none of these get discarded by this anymore, eh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would overdraw by 1. That's fine. This would fill my hand, and then I'd overdraw on my following turn, so I think we're gonna wait. Now they need to start playing stuff out or they're gonna overdraw. That card is so good in this shell. Well, now what? There's one of their Avengers. Do we think that they're gonna carrier cover, bounce it, and then play something else out? Could play this. Doesn't really do much. I miss my Hellcats. I used to always run those in ramp. Well, it's one Avenger down anyway. Go with this, so B-17s aren't as good. See what he does. Okay, there's the other Avenger. Yes, I would like to play you. I would like to draw 3 cards. We're actually decking before he is at this point. Okay. I think I'm gonna hold on to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We have a couple ways we can kill that Avenger. Notably with these 2 cards next turn. So he's down 2 Avengers, 1 B-17. He has a Pershing and another B-17 left. Pretty sure we seaborne ourselves here. We got worse. We got the worst ones. That's fine, I think. Cool. Sniffed out an air defense. So that's nice. I don't agree with him drawing cards at this juncture. I think that is not wise. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I just realized he took away a credit slot from us at some point. That means I can't play and fire with this Pershing. That could actually be really bad. That's really good. Nope, sorry, mate. Oh, we're gonna do this one. That was an awfully aggressive strategic planning, but he might be out of gas at this point. I wonder if he even has a Pershing. And yeah, it's like, what do you bounce there? Guess we'll just pass. Nice. Hidden achievement. Okay, that's interesting. I've never completed a hidden achievement. Well, it's been a while. What is that achievement for? It doesn't say. Huh, I'm curious. Does anyone watching know how you get this achievement? Yes, thank you for the reminder, Pad. I definitely would have forgot. So, we're about to change decks here too, because I think we're going to end it there. We've gone about an hour with this deck, and I have two more that I'd like to get through today. So, fatigue thingy? Okay. Can you do you have the exact like specifics of how you gain it? I'll just post the deck code for you, Pad, and then since we're about to change decks anyway, I'm going to change the command to the next thing. Sorry about that. I appreciate you sticking around, and I appreciate your patience. Oh, okay. So maybe it's winning a game after taking a certain amount of fatigue damage, or like any amount of fatigue damage. Have I really not won a game after taking fatigue damage since that achievement was implemented? Maybe that's true. Maybe I've always lost any game where I was taking fatigue damage. That seems impossible, though. Maybe it was before that achievement was made. Or maybe, again, we don't know the exact specifications, so it's hard to say. That's kind of cool. Still a lot of achievements to go. Alright, we're going to end the recording there. I guess, as we were mentioning, I think there's a lot of different directions you can take the ramp archetype right now. You know, we were discussing a little bit with this in chat about whether or not, you know, what's the correct number of death from aboves? Do you want Blackwatch to be more disruptive against the control and combo decks? I'm pretty sure this top end is more or less locked in at this point, though. You pretty much want the strategic planning Pershing, B-17, Seaborne, High Altitude, Avengers, and Carpet Bombings. Strategic bombing, all the bombings. Any card that has the word bombing in it has got to be in this deck. And the Corsairs, probably even the Grenadier Guards are like a must. But yeah, there's definitely some of the details at the lower end. It's like, what's the correct number of we can do it death from aboves? Do you want war machines, or would you rather have war bonds? And yeah, one of the cards we talked about that not a lot of people talk about is M18 Hellcats, which I really like. I think these could also be potentially really hilarious with strategic planning if you have enough credits. But probably most of the time that's not practical. I just really like this card as a anti-Avenger or other removal kind of thing, but it's probably not good. But yeah, anyway. Fun list, very powerful archetype. I think as long as you have like this core, like this standard, this core top end here, you're probably going to be doing all right. It just depends on what you want to win against or beat more consistently is what's going to determine what your low end is. Like if you're more afraid of aggro, you probably want patrols and the full complement of number 1 commandos, and if you want to go bigger, you want to beat the other ramp decks, you probably want war bonds and probably a full complement so we can do it, maybe even more death from aboves. So yeah, good stuff.